Hello everyone. Today we're going to explore the topic, what is the maritime lawyer? What does a maritime lawyer do? One of the most common questions asked about maritime lawyer is, what is a maritime lawyer and what do they do? A maritime lawyer is an attorney that specializes in maritime injury and boating accidents that occur in both recreational and commercial maritime activity. Maritime lawyers protect not only seamen who are injured in the job, but maritime lawyers also protect those who are involved in recreational boating accident injury. The type of activity that maritime attorney may conduct including trying cases in court, drafting documents, negotiating agreements, and handling complaints about injury or illnesses caused by various types of marine vessels or sea craft, as well as company dumping hazardous waste into the sea. What is the maritime law? As one of the oldest branches of law, maritime law, also known as Admiralty law, predates the Constitution. Maritime law is defined as law that relate to commerce and navigation on high sea and other navigable water, and that is administered by the Admiralty Court. Maritime law generally encompasses both local law, U.S. law, as well as international law. These laws provide the rules that govern tort, injury, contract, and any type of offense that occur near a body of navigable water, on a body of navigable water, or in the body of navigable water. What does a maritime lawyer need to know? Maritime law can often be extremely complex, and maritime lawyers should be well versed in international, federal, and state laws. Additionally, a maritime lawyer needs to know the specifics regarding maritime insurance, maritime population, and employee compensation, the Zones Acts, to name a few. Maritime lawyers even need to know foreign corruption and understand anti-bribery provisions as set forth by the United States Department of Justice. What is the Jones Act? The Jones Act is a law set forth by the Merchant Marine Act of 1920, which governs the shipment of goods in the United States. The Jones Act is most relevant to most who work at seas and become injured. The basics of law ensure that the employer takes responsibility for a worker who is injured at sea while on the job. A worker covered under the Jones Act is entitled not only for pain and suffering induced after the accident, but all lost income due to the accident as well. Compensation claim for the maritime injury. Maritime injury claim is similar to a worker compensation claim. The only difference is that the maritime injury settlement tends to be a lot larger by comparison. This is due to the fact that working on a vessel puts a worker at a much higher risk than many other works. The higher settlement compensation for this fact, if you suffer a maritime injury on the job and qualify as a seaman under the Jones Act, you can be compensated for the lost income, healthcare costs, loss of your faculty, both physical and mental, any treatment or rehabilitation, pain, mental distress, and other expenses that they relate to injury. Who is covered under the Jones Act? The Jones Act covers seamen who are injured in the job. To qualify as a seaman, a worker has to be on board navigating vessel as about 30% of the time. This means that employee can spend 70% of this time working on land, but if there's the same employee spend 30% of this time working on the vessel, he is still covered under the Jones Act. Common cause of maritime injury. Although maritime law covers a wide array of categories, there are some maritime injuries that are more common than others. The vast majority of accidents that occur on maritime vessels are slip, fall injury, In fact, this type of injury make up a little over 40% of maritime injury according to OSHA. Consideration that any type of sea vessel is going to have a loss of wet services. This is not surprising. However, employer should make any effort to train employee in preventing slip and fall for injury. Other type injury occur from exposure to hazardous chemical, toxic respiratory agent, working in confined spaces, lifting heavy objects, using repeated movement while working, and working in machine that can cause harm. I think that's all for today. To be continued next time. Thank you.